another Northwoods Whispers ASMR video. In today's video, I thought I would share some of my research in understanding the Gen Z lingo that has begun to surface in my own life. And so I thought, as sort of a fun video, I would share these both for my own information as well as for anyone out there who may also be encountering the latest of lingos. I have with me today a whiteboard and along with a marker, I will be writing down the words for some added effect. So, let's get started. The first word we have is bet. 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 And what bet means is that it is an affirmation, meaning yes or okay. Yes or okay. It can be used in contexts. For example, maybe I'm saying I'm going to the store. A reasonable response could be bet. The next word is cap, or its alternative, no cap. And what cap means is it is a lie. No cap in correlation means no lie or for real. It would be the way of calling someone out on a lie. Simply saying cap. The next word is slay. 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 And it means to do something exceptionally well, or to succeed at something, often used as an emphasis. I think in my own personal life I've seen it used, particularly related to outfits, when an outfit is well put together. I may hear someone say slay. The next word is lit. Lit means something is exciting or excellent, and when used, often just that's lit. Suppose the phrase that I was more familiar listening to is someone saying, "That's fire." And so I think this is the latest iteration of something like that. The next word is flex. Flex. And flex means to show off in a boastful way, much like a person in a gym might flex their muscles. The next phrase is ghosting. And what it means is to suddenly and without notice end all communication with someone. Oftentimes I think that this might be used for dating and backing out of a particular relationship. And because we are all so accessible by our phones, that it is often the first way of disappearing or ghosting is to cease all virtual communication first. So that is ghosting. 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 The next word is receipts. Receipts. And what this word means is proof or evidence, often in the form of screenshots or messages. And so when you have the proof and you are showing it to perhaps a friend, you would be showing them the receipts. Receipts. next word is vibe. 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 And what vibe means is the mood or atmosphere of a situation or place. For example, we could say that I am endeavoring to give off a relaxing vibe, a calm vibe, or a quiet vibe. The next word is woke. Woke. One that I think is more familiar of a term, and it means to be aware of social issues, especially those related to justice or equality. Some would say you could even have a woke vibe. The next word is stan, and one that I am not too familiar with. It means an overly enthusiastic or devoted fan. And so that is stan. The next word is simp. 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 This is for a person, someone who does too much for someone they like, often to the point of embarrassment. My knowledge tells me that it is often someone calling someone else a simp, and is not often a self-identified term. Simp seems like a complicated term because I think about someone doing too much for someone they like, and why that, I guess, would seem like a bad thing. But I guess I would be curious to know more about times when someone has been called that and why. Because I think that it can be used in ways that seem like someone just honoring their partner, and yet suppose the millennial equivalent would be jam. There were a lot of CDs and cassettes that were jam mixes. So that's my jam is definitely something that I've said before. I can't say the same for bop though, but to each their own. The next word on the list is eat. 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 And eat means an exclamation of excitement or approval, sometimes used when throwing something. So, for example, I could eat this whiteboard across the room. The next word is low key. Low key. Low key. It means quietly or secretly. Quietly or secretly. The phrase that comes to mind for me in the millennials is on the down low. On the down low. But essentially something that is under the radar, I would say. I think this term could probably be used in fashion or something that is underrated. I wonder if there would ever be a reason to join something being low-key lit. Interesting. Like I said, I'm sort of learning these as I go. Some I'm familiar with, some I'm not, so. This one may be lesser used, I don't know, but high key. To be expected, it is the opposite of low key, and it means openly or obviously, something that is quite apparent. So that is high key, high key, high key. The next word is mode. Mode. And it means a relatable feeling or experience. So that is mode. Mode. The next word is savage. 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 And it means bold, cool, or unfiltered, often in a ruthless way, an unapologetic way. The next word is clout. 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 and it means influence or power, often within the social media context. Then clout could be your audience, or as I have heard it before, doing something for clout, for garnering followers or attention. So that's clout. Clout. The next word is ship. Ship. And it is to support or hope for a romantic relationship between two people, often fictional. But it's to say we ship them. We want them to be in a relationship and get together. That's ship. The next word is tea. Tea means gossip or news. A frequently asked question could be, what's the tea? Or maybe even more appropriately, to spell the tea. That is tea. The next word is shade. 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 And shade means subtle or indirect criticism or disrespect. Throwing shade. Very old time reference that I think of is in politics, the phrase or word, I guess, mudslinging. If you were mudslinging, you were throwing bad news about your opponent. So nowadays they throw shade. The next word is drip. 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 And what drip means is stylish or trendy clothing or accessories. That is the word. The next one is not a word, but a phrase. And it is main character energy. Main character energy. And main character energy simply is feeling like the protagonist of one's own life. So, if you are central to the storyline, you may be carrying that main character energy. For my listeners out there, feel free to put in the comments what you may think of this video, as I'm curious, as a millennial, how I might be doing with explaining some of these. So, the next one is hits different. Hits different. And what hits different means is something that has a special significance or impact. Maybe there is some groundbreaking thing or new sort of news in a person's life. It could be said that that hits different. The next word is fam. Fam. And what fam means is close friends or family, and it is often used as a term of endearment. For example, someone could say, "What's up, fam?" Just another way of checking in with your loved ones. The next word is thirsty. And while I may initially think that I am desiring a beverage, in this context it means desperate for attention, often in a romantic or social context. So I suppose maybe there's something to be said of chasing clout and being this kind of thirsty where there is crossover. Again, I'm not an expert, but that is thirsty. 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 The next one is a phrase. I have not heard it myself, but perhaps it's because I'm not part of that generation. It is okay, boomer. Okay, boomer. It is a dismissive response to someone perceived as out of touch or old-fashioned. I don't know how I would feel if someone said, "Okay, millennial." But maybe one day we'll get there and we can talk about it then. But for now, it's okay, boomer. The next word is finesse. Finesse. And what finesse means, it is to maneuver or handle something skillfully or slyly. So you could say handled with finesse. Maybe even you could say you finessed that. That is finesse. Finesse. The next word is something good, cool, or going well. So, can't think off the top of my head of a phrase, but I suppose you get the general idea. So that is good. The next word is bougie. 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 And what bougie means is luxurious or fancy, although it can often be used ironically. So, bougie. Bougie. The next word is chill. 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 And it means relaxed or easygoing. Relaxed or easygoing. So, typically used to describe a person, I'd imagine. But I also suppose you could combine and say chill vibe. But that's only my guess. The next word is bread, which simply means money. A common phrase might be to get that bread. As some of you know, I already have my own connections to the actual bread, so money just might remain money for me. The next word, maybe my favorite on the list, honestly. I think just because of its spelling, because you can't forget one important letter, is period. Different from the original period, you need to make sure that there's this added T at the end. And it's an emphatic way to end a statement, indicating finality, more importantly, no further discussion needed. So, if something was slay, I guess someone else could chime in with period. The next word, and I was surprised to see this one come up in my homework of some of this, is noob. I would have thought that this one was more considered a millennial term, but just because I knew it was. It's a beginner of someone who is inexperienced, typically used in gaming contexts. So if you're starting out and maybe you're playing a multiplayer game and making a lot of mistakes or causing harm to your team, you might be considered a noob. Like I said, was familiar with that one, so I might hang on to that one for the millennials. The next one is glow up. Okay, glow up. Glow up simply means a significant improvement in appearance, health, or success over time. I think its most common use is perhaps out of that awkward adolescent period and more into, I guess, a more found form of oneself. Maybe clothing has improved or style has improved, but that would be someone's glow up. I'm sure in the social media world, glow ups are documented to show where a person was compared to where they are today. The next word is sus. And one might suggest short for suspicious, or suspect, I suppose. It is described, or used to describe, someone who seems untrustworthy or sketchy. I think, at least where my knowledge of this term came from, was a game called Among Us, where you had to find the imposter. And so, if someone was behaving sus, it was to garner suspicion. So that is sus. The next word is snack. Snack. And no, it's not a tasty treat, but in fact it is used to refer to some attractive person that they would be seen as a snack. 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 The next one is clap back, clap back, clap back. And what it means is a sharp or witty retort or a comeback. So I would imagine some recess sort of banter, and if someone had a good comeback, that would be a clapback. So that's a clapback. I'm not sure if clapback would actually be said as much as it is to describe the actual event. And the last one that I have on my list is rent free. Rent free. Rent free. And what rent free means when something or someone occupies your thoughts without effort or intention, and often used in a humorous sort of way. So, one could say, what goes on in my head rent-free. And, yeah, I think that there's probably another trend of something like this in the social media world. So, that concludes my list of Gen Z terms. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. If there were any words that, or phrases that I hadn't shared in this video, please give a comment. I'd be so curious to hear what else might be out there. And I hope that you find your quiet. And until next time, good night.